This video rig consists primarily of the second-generation Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K and the Canon EF 100-400L Mark II telephoto lens. The first thing to note is the piece of aluminium connected to the top handle. Paul made this to take the flex out of the handle and remove strain from the camera cage and in turn the camera itself. Because this rig is so heavy, it seemed like a necessary precaution. Connecting the handle to the 15mm tube support makes the rig feel very solid. Fixed to this side of the camera is a holder and voltage converter for the MPF series batteries. This device outputs both 7.4 volts and 12 volts. The 12-volt supply is connected by a third-party cable to the 2-pin power input on the Blackmagic camera. This powers the camera and at the same time also charges the internal battery. This is the remote control for the wireless follow focus motor. Paul fixed it to this aluminium disc because the comparatively large diameter of the disc helps with making finer adjustments when off camera. This rig, as you see it here, weighs in at 5,122 grams. The weight, although a major disadvantage in itself, does help with stability. Paul generally always uses a tripod, especially when shooting telephoto. Even so, small vibrations, most often caused by wind, are minimized because this rig is so hefty. This particular Blackmagic camera, the BMPCC 6K G2, has a Super 35 crop sensor, and as such, it changes the field of view of the Canon lens. The 100-400mm lens designed for full-frame cameras has an equivalent field of view on this crop sensor of approximately 156mm to 623mm. This is enough to get close-up shots from a reasonable distance and provide a decent variation in focal length. This optional clamp to secure the HDMI and USB cables has been fixed to the small rig cage. In this case, only a USB cable is being used, which is connected to a file storage device. A plate has been fashioned to protect the power cable and further protect the USB cable during use and transportation. The plate that protects the cables is fixed to the cage with 2 1/4-inch bolts and uses some copper tube as spacers. For storage, Paul has used standard SATA SSDs. A USB-C to SATA adapter is connected to the USB port on the camera, and it provides enough speed to record at higher settings. This is a regular-size 2.5-inch SSD that has been cut down. This is possible because there is only a small circuit board within the SSD enclosure. Finding a follow focus ring to fit this lens seems impossible, so a smaller one was fitted and extended using a cable tie. The lens has a short focus throw, so it's not too inconvenient. A lens support is essential, and this one has holes that will accept a cable tie for even greater security. This particular cable tie has been covered in heat shrink tube. As simple as it may seem, the addition of this aluminium plate allows the camera to be put down without it leaning or falling. Within this channel, you will find some videos that have been shot using this rig. But anyway, Paul took the rig to the local reservoir and captured some more samples, which follow after this. Our sample reel is next. We hope you have enjoyed our 360-degree tour. We thank you for watching and hopefully subscribing.